All right, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the full moon in Virgo and our White Lotus womb healing ceremony. It is such an honor to share this sacred space with you guys, just to connect with you on this type of intimate level, and just to really be of service and just and share this sacred rite with you guys. This rite is a rite that really transformed my life. It was gifted to us from the Shipibo shamans of Peru, and it's known as the 13th rite of the womb. So obviously, we all know where our womb space is. It's also connected to our sacral chakra. Men also have an energetic womb space as well. So it is known as the hara. So obviously, it's connected to our sacral chakra. All of our creativity stems from but on the contrary, all of our fear, all of our pain, all of our trauma is also stored within our womb space. All energies that we pick up from other people is held within our womb space, positive and negative. So it's up to us, especially on a full moon, and I like this, we can actually use the energy of Mama Kila to help us really purge. So it's just an honor to be able to share this with you guys. And I just want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. Those of you, I mean, everyone knows me here. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, maybe share a little bit about yourself, I would love to be able to do that. So Hannah, you jumped on first. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to put you in the hot seat and I'll go ahead and start with you. Would you like to introduce yourself? Share anything?
Sure. Sure. My name is Hannah. Miss Dina, she walked me through the Munai Key, and she actually gave me the 9 rites of the Munai Key and the 13th rite of the womb. So it changed my entire life and my perception of everything. And right now is all about awakening the divine masculine to assist the divine feminine in this transition. So what better way than to bring my husband along for the ride? So he's going to be getting that today as well.
Awesome.
So my name is Bernardo. You call me Birdie for short. And only recently have I, come more in tune with, or say, more like your sensitive side and kind of be okay with it, and trying to spread that message along with the people that I come in contact with. Just kind of let them know it's okay to have those feelings and emotions. And Hannah, my wife here, we reconnected in a much more deeper ways, and we've been together for almost 8 years, and I swear the last 2 months have been just over the top. You can't even compare it. So I'm excited just to be here.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Thank you for showing up. And I think that it's beautiful that you're here to hold space, to have this experience, to share with us. I think that's awesome. So thank you both so much. Thank you. Rebecca, you jumped on next, babe. You want to share a little bit with us?
Yeah, hi, I'm Rebecca. I don't have internet at home, so I always sit in my truck out in nature to pick up some signal. I'm really excited. I haven't done anything with womb healing before, so I'm really excited about this. There has been trauma, I had a stillborn daughter, and just different things that happened in that area. So I'm looking forward to this.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thanks for being here. Jessica, I think that you jumped on next, I believe. You want to share a little bit with us?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name's Jessica. I've been going through the Munai Key with Dina also. I think we're almost done, which is kind of crazy. This is my first womb healing. Also, that's specifically a womb healing. I did attend a little online womb exploration thing, which I really enjoyed. So I'm really excited for this. I've had experiences in my life where I could specifically feel like my womb just felt cold and like frozen. So I'm looking forward to having different sensations in there and feeling more like all of my body is possessed by me and only me. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's definitely what I hope to do today. That's my goal. That's my goal for all of us. That's my intention. So thank you for that, babe. Heather, how about you, babe?
Yeah, so today worked out perfect for me to come, so I'm super happy to be here, and just happened to have some flower petals that were in bloom right outside my window. So I'm like, I'm gonna grab some of those and get that ready. So I actually was in Auburn, California for my whole like last 20 years, and then my husband and I made a spiritual journey together, and I ended up here in Columbia, South Carolina. And we kind of the same thing as you Hannah, with your hubby right there, is that, you know, we've really come together in a spiritual way. And I think if he knew like this could have been a couples thing, he might have come too, but it's good to sort of have my own time sometimes and then have us time together. But the spiritual journey has been amazing, and being able to follow those signs and listen to your intuition is just beautiful. And then I'm a Virgo, so, you know, born September 19th, 9/19. So just kind of being able to have that energy here is like a beautiful thing, and clear out some toxicity for sure.
Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. And let me just share with you the synchronicity in that, because it's amazing. I have been seeing nines everywhere for like the longest time. It was funny because I started with fours, and like four is the number of karma, right? So then I started, it's also healing. So then I started to, the last 3 days, I have been seeing nothing but nines everywhere, to the point that I went bowling last night, and I'm not kidding. Every single frame was a 9. And I'm also Virgo moon sign, so that's cool. We've got some Virgos. That's what's up. I love it. Bernie, you're a Virgo too? Yeah. Jess, you too?
He's a
Virgo
Virgo.
moon,
He's a
not a
Virgo.
Virgo
Virgo
moon.
moon.
Yes, I love it. Look at this, you guys. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, once again, thank you guys so much for showing up, you know, first and foremost, for showing up for yourselves, and holding sacred space for yourself, but also for just being here with me in this sacred space and holding that space together. You know, this is such an important gift and an experience for me. It's what I'm extremely passionate about, you know, especially having experienced my own personal trauma, you know, through lifetimes, honestly, but, you know, in this lifetime, several times as well. And, you know, it's why it's part of my mission, just to really help women reconnect, you know, with their womb space, with their bodies, and also with their own divine femininity. You know, the moon in itself represents our emotions, which our feminine side is all about our emotions. It's all about our intuition. And, you know, as women, we hold the same cycles as does the moon. We also have 13 cycles, just as the moon does. And what's symbolic and sacred about that is 13 is the number of transformation as well. So how beautiful is that, that every time each month when we're shedding parts of our bodies, you know, we're shedding the things that no longer serve us in a physical, tangible sense, we're transforming. Number 13, you know, that's that moon cycle. The moon has 13 phases. It has 13 cycles. And it's just, that's the beauty of it, you know, the symbolism of that 13. And that's why the Shipibo shamans call this the 13th rite of the womb, because of that symbolism in itself. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I just want to talk a little bit more about the womb space and what it represents. And, you know, I mentioned that men do also have a womb space. It's an energetic one, and it's the sacral chakra. It's known as the hara. And when women are gifted this rite in Peru, the men will come, their divine masculine counterparts will come and actually hold space behind them or beside them, oftentimes behind them, you know, holding that space for them and allowing them to step forward into their own divine feminine presence and essence. Okay. So I think it's pretty cool that you came to, Bernie. I like that. It's a neat addition. It just goes to show, like, you know, I love that you feel comfortable enough to do that and show up. That speaks a lot. And that is the transition and the transformation we're beginning to see within the world. You know, I've had quite a few visions and experiences lately that all involve the union of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And I keep seeing it in many different forms, many different conversations, even that I'm having with people, where oftentimes the male will be experiencing right-sided issues and ailments and discomfort, disease. And right now the females are experiencing that on the left side. Because why? The females are healing their own wounded masculine energy, the males are healing their own wounded feminine energy, so that we come into divine union. We're
Oh my
rising.
gosh, that makes so much sense.
And
Sorry.
as we're healing this, that's the beauty of it. As we're healing this within ourselves, it radiates outward. It's the ripple effect. So it impacts all of society as a whole, all of humanity as a whole. And that's what we're witnessing right now. How many of you guys have been realizing that you are like in rapid manifestation mode, where you speak something, think something, feel something, and then bam, all of a sudden 2 seconds later, it's there. Am I right?
Yep.
That's because as we are coming into that union, we are rising and our vibration is becoming so high. We are literally rising above that hermetic principle of the law of rhythm, the swing of the pendulum. We're rising above the law of duality. We no longer have to have that complete equal opposite, of fear for the love that we have to give. So that's what I find so comforting about this. And just, I'm just honored to share this space with you guys. I'm stoked. You have no idea. This has been like really calling to me and pulling at me for about the last week. I've been dying to like make a video about it even. And there's just been things coming up, time is fast forwarded, right now it's kind of sped up. So I'm feeling that. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely am.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just haven't had the chance, but I'm honored to be able to do that in this space with you tonight. So once again, thank you for being here. I would love to just open this sacred space by sharing a prayer with you guys. And it's just to call in on the 4 directions, call in on the sacred elements and our ancestors, and just have that really, that assistance here for us. So if you would like, just go ahead and center yourself in sacred space. You can close your eyes and just relax. Bow your head if you'd like. Whatever you'd like to do, however you like to give thanks and gratitude to the Most High, just fall into that space. Between day and night, we gather and seek the wisdom of the elders, the ancients, the guides, the ancestors, and humbly in their presence, we seek the knowledge we're ready to integrate here. For this is the hour of magic, and now is the moment of possibility. I call in the gatekeepers of the 4 directions. I thank you for turning your gaze toward us this evening. We honor your sacred presence, and we thank you for your guidance. You are always welcome here and honored in this space with gratitude and love in our hearts. I call first to the guardians and the gatekeepers of the East, into you, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I call to the element of air, to the white clouds wandering across a pale blue violet sky, and to the air that lifts them, to the breeze that blows across my face. To warm summer winds of sea and sand, to the whispers of dawn, ancient voice, to the chilly blast of winter's breath, to the hurricanes that destroy so that we can recreate, and to the currents that support the wings of the seagull, to the winds of our dreams, carrying our hopes for tomorrow, and to the storm of our hearts, violent and tempestuous, to desert gusts where lightning strikes and thunder rumbles. Be here with us tonight, element of air, and let the power of your gentle force fill our lungs and open our minds. I call to the guardians and the gatekeepers of the South, and to you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I call to fire that burns under a flaming orange sun, to the courage of the lion whose red mane dances in golden majesty about his face, and to the energy that burns within me and within you, to the sparkles of fairy magic and the golden glow of citrine stones, to the flickering of the candle as it burns, and to the lava flowing from wild and untamed volcanoes, to the bonfire around which we all gather and vision quest together tonight, to the warmth of unconditional love we offer in this space, and to the sage we burn to clear, clean, and consecrate. Be here with us tonight, element of fire. Let the power of your mighty force warm our hearts, release our fears. And to the guardians and gatekeepers of the West, and to you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I call to water, to the deep blue-green waves that rush to the shore, to the dolphin who weaves in and out of the purple sea, daring to explore the deepest waters, and to the mermaid who is bound to the depths, personifying flow and grace, to the awesome power of currents that carry us forward, spiraling and gasping into a future we dare to meet, to the raging river running wild like our hearts, and to the beautiful lake where our children run at the water's edge, to the rain in which we dance together, fearless, letting go, and to destiny as we gaze out over endless seas that divide and connect us. Be here with us tonight, element of water, and let the power of your graceful force wash us clean and teach us. May we learn to swim with the tide rather than resist its pull. Last, but never least, I now call upon the guardians and the gatekeepers of the North. To you, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, I call to the element of earth, to the fields of winter grasses and the deep woods, to the dry leaves of summers past that signal autumn and colder nights, to the many mysteries and secrets held aloft by the jeweled tapestry of black tree limbs in the night sky, to the silent trail of the stag as it weaves its way through the dark of the forest, and to our beloved Pachamama, our great Mother Earth, who holds us in all her bountiful embrace, to the fruit on your trees, Gaia, the nourishment of your plants, the blessing of your sacred herbs, to sand, soil, salt, and spice, to rock and mountain, wherever we climb. May we be reminded of our potential, to the vistas far and wide, landscapes green and brown, arid, tropic beauty. Be here with us tonight, element of earth. Let the power of your grounding force call us into the present moment, reminding us of the gift of silence and our sacred connection to the earth, to this land upon which we stand, to each other, and to all forms of life. May the delicate and precious balance of these four elements make themselves known to us now and always. I hope. Thank you, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing this space with us. As I mentioned, I wanted to just, talk a little bit more about the womb space. I mentioned that it was connected to our sacral chakra. I mentioned that it was connected to our creativity. As women, it's where we create, how we give birth to life, and how we give birth to all of our creations in a tangible physical sense. So it's a sacred center of consciousness, if you will, right? It houses the energetic blueprint of all of our heart's desires, everything that we wish to co-create with Great Spirit, everything that we wish to manifest in this reality. It's all stored as an energetic blueprint within our womb space, just waiting to be birthed into life, into creation. How sacred and how wonderful is a gift that we're given from our creator to be able to do that. Like, how amazing is that?
Mm-hmm.
I think it just, it really speaks to that balance. We always have to have that balance. Creation, death, destruction, all of it goes hand in hand. It's all a sacred balance. It's all a dance of sacred harmony, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned, that the womb can also, on the contrary, store and house our pain, our trauma, our fears, negative thoughts, negative vibrations, negative energies that we're picking up people with those that we encounter. All of that energy can be stored within our body because it's a conduit. So it's important for us, especially as women, how many of us who have if you've endured sexual trauma, how many of you have also experienced issues with your reproductive system, or the fertility issues with your menstruation cycles, issues with things like polyps, cysts on your uterus or on your ovaries, things of that nature. This all stems from that stored energy, that imbalance, that blockage, if you want to call it that, within your womb space, within your sacral chakra. Okay. And as men, for men, this can really, come out as a creative block, lack of imagination, lack of creativity. This is how you will kind of experience and witness that in the male aspect. Okay. So these are some of the ways that these blockages or the stored, stuck energy, stuck emotions, and especially of the lower vibration, fear and pain, that's how it's stored within our womb space, and that's how it can manifest in our physical bodies, in the tangible, okay? So that if we're not dealing with it energetically, eventually that's what happens. It manifests physically. So my goal here tonight is to really just help us purge, help us release, help us cleanse our energetic womb space so that we are embodying our true essence, our true creative power, and that force that comes with that creative essence and force that comes with that. We're reclaiming this space as our own so that we can actually activate our sacred temple within, so that we're creating and giving birth to our dreams. Okay. So for this part of this journey, you guys, I would love for you to just stand with me. This is just going to be a short kind of little experience, but if you would, please just stand with me. I'm going to join you. So forgive me if this camera moves a little bit, you guys. Right. I just want everyone to stand tall with me. And I just want you to really embody that divine feminine energy. If you notice, my hands are placed over my womb space, right below my navel, in a downward pointing triangle. And that's only because this symbol is the symbol of the divine feminine. Our hands hold immense healing power. And so that's why I'm placing them over my womb space. So I invite you to do the same. And just go ahead and take a few deep breaths. And I just want you to feel your energy start to flow in your sacral chakra. Just allow yourself to move slightly if you feel called to do so. Allowing your hips to sway. Allowing that energy just to get moving and flowing through your sacral chakra. Movement of the hips and of the pelvis creates a flow of energy. And it just releases that energy. That in itself helps to remove creative blockages sometimes as well. It's always great to get that energy flowing, you guys. And I just want you to feel yourself grounded in this sacred space. Feeling the ground upon which you stand beneath your feet. Feeling yourself rooted, grounded in the essence of Mother Earth. I'll invite you all to raise your hands towards the sky. And just lean your head back. Feel that energy flowing through your body. And at this time, I call in the essence of the divine feminine spirit, the spirits of our maternal ancestors, the lineage of women who have freed themselves from suffering. I call upon Mother Jaguar and the divine feminine spirit of the jungle. And to our beloved Pachamama, Mama Kila, and to the star nations, please join us around this sacred circle, keeping our spirits protected, lifted in love and light as I transmit this sacred rite. When you guys feel that vortex of energy flowing through your palms, invite that energy in to your space. You can feel it forming a vortex of energy between your palms, flowing in through your soul star chakra and into your crown. And as you draw that energy down into your body, you can go ahead and lower your hands, pulling that energy down through your crown, through your third eyes, down through your throat, into your heart, dropping it down further into your solar plexus and into your sacral, down into the root, pushing it down your legs and into your feet, into your earth star chakra. Just send this energy down, deep, deep down into the core of Mother Earth. When you feel that energy connect with Mother Earth, I just want you to draw those healing nutrients back into your body through the soles of your feet. Feeling that energy enter back into your body, flowing up your legs, flowing past your root and right into your sacral. And as you feel that energy back in your womb space, just hold your hands over that space And I would like all of you to repeat after me together. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. I'm going to share this energy with each of you individually. So when I call upon you, I'll ask you to repeat this with me. Hannah, repeat along with me as I share this energy with you. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. Take a deep breath as you receive that energy and just hold that energy in your womb space. Bernie, if you would, please receive this energy and repeat after me. The hara is not a place to store fear or pain. The hara is to create and give birth to life. Jessica, if you would, please repeat after me. Receive this sacred energy. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. Just take a deep breath and feel that energy expanding in your sacral. Heather, as I share this sacred energy with you, I'll ask you to receive this in your womb space and repeat after me. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. And Rebecca, love, as I share this energy with you, if you would please receive this and repeat after me. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. If everyone would please take a deep cleansing breath into your womb space, expanding this sacred energy within your womb. And in this moment, as I hold you all in sacred space, I just want to invite you to release anything that no longer serves you. Release any fears, any pain. Release any stuck emotions, any guilt, any shame, any resentment, any pain. And just allow yourself to forgive. Just allow yourself to be free of this energy. Free to create. Free to give birth to life. And as you release this sacred energy, I just want you to shove it back down. Release everything that no longer serves you by pushing it back down into Mother Earth. Give it to Mother Earth, allowing her to use it as fertilizer, allowing her to transmute this energy. Just let it go. One final time, if everyone would please repeat with me. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. Thank you all for sharing this energy with me. Thank you for receiving this sacred rite. You all can have a seat wherever you like. Get yourselves comfortable. I don't know about you guys, but obviously I'm having a little bit of throat stuff coming up. And the throat chakra is all about embodying your authenticity and speaking your truth, which is something that I have been truly working on lately, is letting go of that fear of really stepping into my own power and inner authority, right? Stepping fully into my leadership role even. So it's kind of natural that this is coming up for me. How about you guys? How are you feeling? Has anybody experienced anything you may want to share?
That was pretty incredible, Dina. I'm in this beautiful space where when we started our prayer, the wind, I wish I could hear it. The wind just blew through these trees. And I got to stand outside barefoot during that exercise, and that was beautiful. I felt a release. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. I love the fact that you're able to be outside to do this. I want to do these live outside so badly, but I'm always scared that I'm going to lose like signal or lose service or something, and it's going to mess everything up. So I do the best I can to make it inviting for myself in here. But yeah, how awesome is it that you're outside? You get to really feel the power of all the elements around you as you experience this. That's amazing. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you. Anybody else feeling anything you want to talk about? You want to share? Anybody? No pressure. No worries.
I'll go. I feel like I always do when we do the Moon Key stuff and the where Kocha is involved and open, I feel this. I don't even really know how to describe it, but I feel more open and spacious and connected. And I definitely have some throat stuff going on too. But yeah, I feel nice. I took a bath beforehand that kind of helped me relax, and that was really nice. So I'm feeling well. Thank you.
Awesome. That makes my heart happy. I like to hear that. I love it.
I can go.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to do this more often is what I think I learned the most, is that, you hold a lot in your womb space, and that's your center. I mean, you have your core and all the different chakras, but I think that one is one, even maybe as women, that we kind of maybe take for granted sometimes, and to let go of anything that is hurting us and not let it absorb there. I think that's what I took away the most from that. So by saying, this is not a place to hold fear or pain, I was like, whoa, so letting the creative juices kind of just flow and not feel stuck. It just felt like everything was able to breathe again. Like I didn't have as much on my chest, even the throat chakra was definitely one. But it actually felt like I felt a lot lighter by the end of that. It just felt amazing. And as a mother to say, oh yeah, that is what that space was created for, is creation. So to look at it as a beautiful thing and not as a, ew, I bleed from there once a month. It gets gross sometimes, or, those things we have. Everyone, hear it, you hear all the women that are like, oh, it's a beautiful thing, but we have to deal with it, so I now I can see it as more of it's a release. It is creation, and it's a beautiful thing.
I love the depth that you added to that and just your experience with it and everything. That was beautiful, Heather. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it, babe. Hannah, did you have anything that you guys want to share? No pressure, obviously, but if you want to share, I would love to hear.
No, yeah, I've actually been like in like this closed off like introspection mode, you know, like I retreated from everybody like for 2 weeks. I've just been like quiet, you know. Suddenly when we were doing this meditation and we got this stuff in, you know, the womb space, my head just right here just got so much pressure and it was like, and I suddenly realized like for so long I always seek outside affirmation that what I'm getting from myself and from spirit that I know to be true. I like to get someone else's, you know, like I like to hear it from someone else's mouth because it's truer from them, right? No. Anyway, so during this, it's like I definitely saw that I've been storing a lot of fear in my womb of, well, what if I'm wrong? You know, what if I say something that is, well, I'm silly. Like I don't need any outside affirmations because I know it to be true. Not only that, but I don't really need to tell everybody because a lot of messages are simply meant for me. So that's what came to me right now.
No, I love that. And I love, excuse me, what you brought up too, because when you first began talking, you mentioned that you've been in this really introspective state. How feminine is that? I mean, seriously, our womb space is literally like a cocoon. It's dark, right? And oftentimes we fear that darkness, but it's in that darkness where the light is created. So there's nothing to fear there. It's that dark space that gives birth to all the life that you desire, everything that you wish to create. And it's in that introspective cocoon phase that you're preparing to spread your wings. You know what I mean? And when you live from that heart space and you let the wings of your heart soar, it will never lead you wrong, ever. There's nothing to fear there. And I'm glad that you mentioned that because it is just truly speaking to you and showing you this is where your fear is just trying to keep you small or trying to keep you in that comfort zone. You see what I mean? And it's that fear that you push past that really allows you to transcend to new heights. You know what I mean? You got this, babe. You got this. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Bernie, did you have anything you want to share with us, babe? How was this experience?
Well, it was all very new throughout like the whole process through when like you were talking and everything. You know, always felt like a little bit of spinning going on. Not exactly sure, you know, where it's coming from, but right at the end where you said to, you know, release anything that doesn't serve you, and just, you know, invite everything that you want to and kind of create that. I felt very comfortable, and at the end, you know, uncontrollably, like a tear just came out, saying, you know, this is awesome. It's just very, I guess, warming and just comforting. Just knowing that, you know, any doubt or fear that, you know, that was created with this routine of fear that, you know, kind of created to such death in my life, has kind of gotten to that recycle bin and empty it, you know. So I'm just excited to what's coming forward now.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And I love that you were able to connect and release and feel that release. You know what I mean? And it's important. It's important for men to be able to experience that kind of emotional release because oftentimes males really struggle to connect with that emotional aspect or that emotional side. Because why? Because it is that feminine side. And as a society, unfortunately, in the Western world, we're taught big boys don't cry. And that's the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard in my life, just to be blunt. You know, it's something that my fiance and I talk about all the time. And so it's beautiful that you showed up and you experienced this and you're sharing with us. And I want to tell you that I do appreciate that. I think it's beautiful that you're in touch with that space and that, you know, and Heather, you know, you mentioned that about your husband as well. And I think that it's beautiful that these men are showing up in that way, being fully connected to that own, you know, their own personal divine femininity. I think that's a beautiful thing that we're experiencing and witnessing within the collective even.
I think it brings out it brings out so much more richness in everyone's life when we're able to share it. I mean, and when you can have those moments where you're standing in the shower together as a couple and just talk about spirituality and talk about the stars and talk about the things that you're seeing or experiencing as a couple, it just strengthens your relationship that much more because you're open, you know?
Absolutely. And really able to share those, you know, your own personal perspectives, your own personal experiences, you know, and again, it brings, like you said, Heather, just so much richness, so many layers and depth to our connections. You know what I mean? The connection we have with ourselves, but then the connections that we have with each other as well. You know, when we really connect with those deep parts of ourselves, the masculine and feminine sides of ourselves, we learn new parts of who we are. So I always encourage women to connect with that masculine energy and men to connect with that feminine energy. And that's how we integrate. That's how we undergo that sort of individuation process, as Carl Jung calls it, where we're, you know, integrating our shadow selves, the parts of ourselves that we deem unworthy of our love, you know, pulling that into that sacred space and recognize that it deserves, you know, all the love and the care and the nurturing that, you know, it deserves to be at the forefront, not shoved to the back of who we are. So I'm glad that we, you know, got to talk a little bit about this, and I love the layers and the depth that it adds to this experience. Richness is a beautiful word, Heather. I like it. I'm going to use it. I'm going with it. It feels good because it really does. It adds just that, you know, just like you said, that richness. I like it.
Yeah.
It feels good. Before we end this, you guys, what I would really love for us to do, just to affirm what we have done here, I want you guys to take a look at yourselves right now in your camera. See yourself. Truly see yourself. And I want you to just say a couple affirmations with me, if you would. Okay. The first one I want to share with you guys: I forgive the past, for my sacred power lies only in this present moment. How does that feel?
It feels good.
Say it with me. Say it with me. I forgive the past,
I forgive the past,
for my sacred power
for my sacred
lies only in the present.
lies only in the present.
My womb is a sacred space of creative potential.
My womb is a sacred place of creative potential.
I create life in endless form.
I create life in endless form.
I give birth to all of creation in endless form.
I give birth to all of creation in endless form.
I am life.
In life.
As I repeat these mantras, I am activating the sacred power held within my womb space for passion, for creativity, healing, and physical connection. Okay. Blessed be. All right, you guys. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have anything else that they would like to discuss or anything you would like to share? If there is any way that we can be of service to you, I would like to support you in any way that you might need support at this time. Okay.
Thank you so
Heather,
much.
my pleasure. So the reason, you know, Heather, I was getting to that. The reason I asked you guys to bring the bowl of water, for those of you who were with me for the first full moon ceremony, you kind of have the background already, but let me just share this. You know, water has its own cellular memory. So the water is literally retaining and storing everything that we have spoken into this reality at this time. All that we wish to release, all of the emotions that we are releasing, Everything that we are discussing, all of our intentions that we are activating is all stored within the memory of that water. I just want you to place your hands in it for just a moment. It can even be just your fingertips if you'd like. And I just want you to feel that energy. Feel any residual energy fully being released. Feeling that water cleansing any stuck energy that might remain. And just using your fingertip, you can touch that water to your third eye and to your heart. And then down to your womb space. Thank you guys so much. I am going to ask you, as we wrap up our call, when you're finished, feel free to say any sacred prayers, any blessings, any other personal one-on-one experiences that you may wish to share in release and in honor of this full moon and in honor of what we've done here to release and restore your sacral chakra, your womb space. And I'll invite you to just take this water when you're finished, because it houses and stores all of your prayers and intentions, and just give it back to Mother Earth. Just pour it right back into the ground, giving it to her as sustenance, nourishment, fertilizer, and just allowing her to transmute that energy into a higher vibration, one of unconditional love and healing. Okay?
Mhm.
All right, you guys. Thank you once again, everyone, so much for being here. It was an honor to share this space with you. I hope that you guys are leaving here feeling restored and feeling like you've been held in unconditional love. I love you all madly. And once again, thanks for showing up. Thanks for holding sacred space and just for being present. Okay.
Thank you, Dina.
Thank you,
Thank
Dina.
you.
Thank you.
Close the sacred space.
I love you.
I love you all.
Love
Bye.
you.